Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you have never taken time to look at my strategy videos, then you will be doing yourself a great disservice if you don't look at this particular one, okay? You see, all the videos I've been posting, I've been taking time to ensure that everyone on this channel stays profitable, okay? So I want you to pay keen attention. All you need to do is to ensure that you go through all the videos and pick out the one that resonates well with you, okay, and your style, and then you use it to make money off the forex market. Okay, now guys, this very particular strategy is very powerful, and I can assure you one thing, that you are going to enjoy this video. If you are a first timer on this channel, quickly hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, okay, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, because one thing is certain, you are going to like this video. Now let's get straight into the strategy. So the strategy involves the use of the average directional index. I'm going to be adding that into the chart right away. So the average directional index, the ADX, is going to be having a period of 14, style 2 pixel. Well, that's not so important. The plus D1, positive D1, 2 pixel, and negative, so all that. Then the levels, I'm going to be working with a level of 25. So once you have that, you can save it on your chart. Now, here we go. This is the average directional index on the chart, okay? That's the average directional index on the chart. Now I'm going to move over to adding the second indicator. Now the next indicator I'm going to be working with is what we call the stochastic oscillator. Now the stochastic oscillator, I'm going to be working with a period of 14, okay, 14. And I'm going to be having levels 0, 20, 50, 80, and 100. Okay, so once you have that, you can save it on the chart. Now, how does this strategy work? Very, very simple. Now, this is the GBP USD chart. Okay, I'll move over to the 4 hours time frame. Now, I want to make something clear. Whenever we try to give an analysis, okay, if you notice, I always try to use a top-down analysis to say, in all my strategy videos, I'll say start from the H4 time frame and all of that. Then you end up taking your entries in the M15 time frame. You can actually start from your H1 time frame. I need you to get this clear. So if you are starting from your H1 time frame, then that means you're going to be taking your entries on the 5 minutes time frame, okay? And if you do likewise on the 15 minutes time frame, that means you're going to be taking your entries on the 1 minute time frame. You can also do same for the daily time frame and take your entries on the 1 hour time frame. So that is just how it works, okay? Now we're going to go straight to the H4 time frame, which is where we are already. Now wait for the ADX, sorry, for the stochastic oscillator to get below 80. As you can see, below 20, sorry, I want to pick a buy sell for a buy signal, okay? You ensure that the ADX, the stochastic oscillator, sorry, the stochastic oscillator goes below 20 on the H4 time frame. Then I'm going to put my marker there to show you some things. Now it's there. Good. Now, how do I take my entries? I'm going to move over to the 1 hour time frame. When I move over to the 1 hour time frame, then what am I looking at? I'm going to try to wait to ensure that the market moves, the price starts showing me signs of a curve upwards from the stochastic oscillator. Okay, so if you notice, the stochastic oscillator started moving upwards. Okay, but that's not when I'm going to enter. Okay, I will need to still wait, because they might do what we call a stop hunt. So I'll still be patient. Then I'll move over to the 15-minute time frame. I'll move over to the 15 minutes time frame. Now, right there on the 15 minutes time frame, now right there on the 15 minutes time frame, look at the things I need to take note of. Number one, I need to ensure that the stochastic oscillator has moved to the 50 level. Okay, the stochastic oscillator must have moved to the level 50. Okay, that's a sure sign that I needed to dive into the trade. That's number one. It must have moved to the 15 minutes level. That's the stochastic oscillator. That's one. Then number two, the ADX must have crossed over. That is, because I'm looking for a buy signal, the green ADX must have crossed over, must have crossed from below going up the red ADX line. Okay, so that shows me that yes, it is time to dive into the trade confidently. And what are the other things that can make me understand that yes, the trade is going to be running in my intended direction? After a while, I can simply look at the H1 time frame and confirm something. As soon as the ADX on H1 crosses over 2, that means you are in the right trade. Okay, you are in the right trade. But like I said, that's not when you enter. You don't need to wait that long before you enter. By that time, you should have been in the trade. So I am saying this because if it happens, you can now decide to add more positions into your trade. You can decide to have more positions into your trade. However, proper risk management is usually advised. Okay. So now, when are you supposed to exit the trade? But first of all, let's talk about our stop loss. Now, you're going to have your stop loss. Very simple. You see, look at where you're having your trade. You're entering the trade somewhere here, and then you're having your stop loss just below the last candle here. Very simple, guys. Below the last candle here, you're having your stop loss there. As soon as the stochastic oscillator moves in your direction, okay, you can move your stop loss. You can move your stop loss to break even or just a little bit into profit. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the essence of that later. However, that is how it is. Remember, you move your stop loss once the ADX moves into the other direction from 20 to 80 for a buy signal. Okay, now where do you take your profits? You're going to go over to the H4 time frame. You wait for the H4 stochastic to touch the 80. Okay, so that is for a buy. Okay, the H4 stochastic would move to the other extreme, which is 80. Then you take your profit. Now let's quickly look out for a sell trade. The sell trade is the reverse. Okay, now I simply do what? Wait for my stochastic oscillator to be on the other side, above 80. Once my stochastic oscillator is above 80, then what do? I'm going to move over to the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame. Let me locate where my marker is. Good. I move over to the 1 hour time frame. And remember what I said, I need to ensure that the price has already bent downwards. Okay, so now it's going to be like something like this. Okay, good. Now, for me to take my entry, I'll finally move to my 15 minutes time frame. My 15 minutes time frame. Now, remember what I said. I'm going to repeat myself again. For you to have your entries on the 15 minutes time frame, these are the things that you must see. Number one, stochastic oscillator must have moved to the 50 level, okay, from above. However, you need to also confirm to be sure, okay, that there has been a pure crossover of the average directional index. That is, the red must have crossed the green ADX. So this is what I mean. Okay, so as you can see, it didn't cross here, so you are not supposed to have entered here, because as you can see, they did a stop hunt. Okay, so you were not supposed to be in that trade. So this is where you would have entered. It crossed somewhere around here, so that's where you would have been in the market. However, if for any reason you mistakenly entered, if for any reason you entered wrongly here and maybe it took you off, then you just need to be patient and watch out and come in here. Okay, so this is where you're supposed to be in the trade, and just take a look at it. The market, did the crossover happened here? Okay, the crossover happened here, and what happens also on the stochastic oscillator, you can see that we have our level 50. Price on the M15 has reached the level 50. So that is a good place for you to storm into the trade. Okay, that is a good place for you to storm into the trade. And remember what I said. Remember what I said. As you enter the trade, you need to just wait for price, okay, to move to, once your stochastic oscillator moves to the 80 sorry, in this case, since it's a sell, once your stochastic oscillator moves to the 20 level, okay, once it moves to level 20, then you can move your stop loss to break even. Okay, you can move your stop loss to break even. Now, where are you supposed to have your take profit? Where are you supposed to exit the trade? Now, you need to wait for markets on the H4 time frame, on the H4 time frame to move to the other extreme. Since we're taking a sell, it has to move from 80. The stochastic has to move from 80 to 20. Very, very simple, guys. I need you to backtest this and you see how profitable, extremely profitable this strategy is. Now, I'm going to show you something. This even works for your volatility indices. For those of us that are interested in boom and crash, this works also. I'm going to show you a chart on that. Now, let's say boom 500. Let me use that as an example. Now, I want to show you boom 500. Now, let's say I'm on the H4 time frame now. I'm going to click on, yeah, I have my extreme here. Okay, so let's say I have my price is below the 20 level on the H4 time frame. Okay, yeah, price is below the 20 level on the H4 time frame. And what happened? Now I'll move over to the H1 time frame. Remember what I said, you are not supposed to jump into the trade. Remember the criteria on the H1 time frame is that the crossover must have happened and the price should be facing up on the stochastic oscillator. Okay, stochastic oscillator should have crossed over and the price should be facing up. Okay, but then that is still not time to enter. So you move over to your 15 minutes time frame and then you what? You wait for firstly the stochastic oscillator to move to level 50, like here you can see here. Then we also wait for the ADX, okay, to cross over, you storm into the trade. Okay, so depends on how you're doing it. You could have gotten into the trade somewhere here or maybe somewhere around this candle, because this is what signifies, indicates the movement of the trade, okay, in your direction. And remember what I also said, that you also use the H4, the H1 to confirm that yes, this is the right time to also be in the trade. Okay, so you use your H1 time frame. The ADX must have crossed over also. So that is a good one. So that's it, guys. I just want you to backtest this, backtest it, try it out on your demo accounts and also on your real accounts. Okay, but remember, strict money management. Okay, so guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Okay, and ensure that you hit the subscribe button if you're a first time on this video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.